Pasha Pablo, critical solutions expert and brand evoker. Thank you for tuning. I've made a distinction for the record. Pasha Pablo, the natural person. Pasha Pablo, the American, not the United States citizen. Pasha Pablo, the natural person, not the juridical person. And I shall begin. We the people, it states, we the people of the United States, in order, keyword, from the person who wrote the song, click to order. We the people of the United States, in order. See, this is the preamble. If you are a United States citizen, these are your instructions. The preamble. If you are an American, these are your instructions. The preamble. See, we the people of the United States is here to provide services for Americans. We the people of America. But if you don't know that, this is not legal advice. This is entertainment as I share my life with you. If you are a United States citizen and you are here to provide services for the American people, you are instructed to do so in order. In order. And if we are the American people wanting services, we are to request that accommodations be made in purchase order, in order. So I want to share with you in my world how I became the sole buyer. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution. For some people, work ends. All right? For some people, work ends. They clock out, they go home. Their spouse asks, "How was your day, honey?" And so you ended your work. You ended your life's purpose. You ended your calling because of your emotional attachment to want to tell a story. You couldn't wait to begin the story, so you ended your life's purpose. You ended your life for history. And you may say, Pasha, just because you sit up 3 days straight don't mean we want to do that. It's not healthy. We don't want to do that. And to that, I say, every day you die just a little bit. Each day you die just a little bit more. And I know you don't want to do that. And I've asked everybody I know to do something, to do one thing. Let's be the change. Not let's be deaf. So to who it may concern, I accept for value the charges of my desire to change America in the way I see fit as Pasha, and advise the bills be created and converted to instruments for circulation. Now we know God, little God, is supreme being or deity. So I must address the men of my land and draw a picture for you as you were just seated at the table of the restaurant on your first date with what's her name. Quickly, the waitress comes to you and says, I'll be right back with your order. And what's her name says, hold up. We haven't ordered yet. We didn't tell you what we wanted. And the waitress replied, we tell you what you want here. What's her name looks at you as she begins to take off her earrings. So men, what are you thinking in that moment? What is she thinking in that moment? Because part of what's on her mind is what are you going to do about this? The word respect means relate. Many mortal men have pleaded the fifth for so long that women no longer respect you. They can't relate sitting at that table with you in that moment, so they disrespect you. At the same time, when those same women meet a God, little God, they are not accustomed to the atmosphere of a supreme being as they are used to men. Thus, women feel disrespected by the gods, and the truth and the mathematics being the language of every fingerprint of a creator, the characters of words representing numbers, making conversations an equation, as mathematics is the language of the gods, and technology originally referred to grammar. So the women return to the men because they can be controlled and manipulated. And that is also what she's thinking, sitting at that table with many of you men, the victims of, if you were a real man, you would, emotional damage in the panic, because men lack the control to prevent the panic, as all that remains is the perfection of the gods to place the order for the majority rules. The U.S. Department of State is responsible for a variety of foreign policies and international relations and other duties, including advising the president. The DOS advises the president on foreign policy, including how to formulate and execute it, and Americans are foreign to the United States, non-domestic. Representing the United States, the DOS represents the United States at the United Nations and other international organizations. Negotiating treaties. The DOS negotiates treaties and agreements with foreign nations, protecting U.S. interests, which includes its only purpose being to provide service to Americans. The DOS protects U.S. interests abroad and works to protect U.S. security, prosperity, and democratic values. Fighting terrorism. The DOS works to fight terrorism. Providing services. The DOS provides services. As mentioned, all of the above, including and not limited to, for example, the American people. The DOS runs the president's emergency plan for AIDS relief, pandemic, you name it, whatever. All the stuff that you feel like you're getting services, the roads, the infrastructure, everything that you think of is a service provided to the people of America by the United States Corporation. Training is also the service provided, whether it's security, training for the Department of State employees, other federal agencies, their families, passed down to the security agencies and the company, the police, etc., etc., etc. Foreign government security and law enforcement agencies included. So for the record, I assume client state as American status of the natural person, Pasha Paro, and will be placing orders with the United States to be set aside by offset in billable fashion. As a critical solutions expert, I will request timely delivery of all purchases I claim liable under my direction. Despite how it may appear, no one has helped me with any of this. There is no organization, no syndicate, as everyone I have asked for help is no longer present or in communication. Authorization for necessary sacrifices is approved. For the record, I am acting alone as sole buyer of the following purchase orders I direct to we the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings and liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America, the natural person,